Hello, my friend. How are you? I hope you are having a fabulous day. Or maybe it's nighttime, depending on when you're tuning in. In case we have just met, I'm Heather and I'm a business coach, and this is my Build a Better Business series. And can you believe that it's closing in on the end of the year so quickly? But before I start that, I just want to say thank you for tuning in and taking a moment to check out this series. I hope you find them useful. I hope maybe you've been finding them useful. Maybe you've been watching all of them. I release a new video every week with some ideas and tricks and strategies and ideas, just anything that I think that might be helpful in helping you run your business. And big bonus, if you subscribe, then you won't miss any. Plus, I would be super grateful. So if you've just discovered all of these, where have you been? No, kidding. I'm super happy that you found them, and I encourage you to actually go back and check out the previous episodes. There's a whole pile of them now, and just see if there's something there that's answering a burning question or problem that you're having currently in your business. And I am always looking forward to hearing from you, so feel free to drop me a DM, leave me a comment, send me a question. I love getting questions because that helps me help you more, right? And I really want to know what you're thinking about. So go ahead, send me a message. Now for this week, if you're ready to go in, yes, oh my gosh, it's almost the end of December and we're all looking forward to wishing 2020 goodbye, but we're not there yet. So I was thinking about business owners. And you might already know this if you owned your business for a while, but on the other side, if you're kind of still in the honeymoon phase of your business, you might not have experienced this yet. And you're thinking, what is she talking about? So before I say, just imagine that you work for someone else. Maybe you do already. Now, most places that you go to work, it's pretty normal to have coworkers, colleagues. At the very least, you probably have a boss around, maybe an assistant or two. And there's just people around, right? There's people to bounce ideas off of, or catch up on the latest chatter about whatever the latest, greatest TV show is, or the game that was on, or maybe just to vent about something that happened to you just recently. Hey, maybe it was the hour that you spent on the phone with the help desk, and then you get cut off right when they are getting to the problem. That was me last week. Can I tell you how annoying that was? But anyway, basically, when you're working for someone, you usually have people to talk to, right? And even when I was a subcontractor, technically I was my own business. but I was a subcontractor for another clinic. So yeah, the nature of the work is that when you're working with your clients, you're alone with them. But when you're not actively with a client, there's people in the staff room, there's people at reception, there's lots of people around coming and going. There's usually someone to talk to. Now, if you are running your own small business, depending on how small you are, you might find that you often don't have anyone around for long periods of time. There's customers coming and going, possibly, depending on what kind of business you have, but it's not the same as a peer. There's no peers. There's no one to exchange ideas with or vent when you need to. And there's no one else to do any of the work, right? You're doing everything. You know that phrase? You've probably heard it, chief cook and bottle washer. So in a small business, I guess most of the time the person who says that's being pretty serious. Yeah, sometimes being the boss, you do everything and it can get lonely and you can feel like overwhelmed. You have more to do than you could ever do in a day. How are you going to get it all done and still do the things that make your business your business? So what do? Do you give up? Do you go work for somebody else? No way, Jose. If you want to have your own company, then you should do it. The thing is, you just need to shift your mindset from employee vision to owner vision and find ways to connect with people, to interact in a way that supports you and supports your business, and to get some supports and assistance in place so that you can get on with being the boss. So think of it this way. An employee person, we need employees. They don't have to do more than what we hired them to do, so they don't worry about all the other parts, right? So yeah, they can get stressed for sure. They have deadlines. They take their jobs seriously. But at any given time, it's not really the same as being an owner. When you're an owner, all you have to think about is everything. You have to think about all the deadlines, all the moving parts, how they fit together. You have to think ahead on how to make them run efficiently. And ideally, with all of that stuff being the boss of everything, you still have time, hopefully, to hang around at the water cooler and chat. Now, this may be a shock for you, but even I'm, shocking to me, not an expert at everything. I'm not sure it's actually even possible these days to know absolutely everything. I mean, there's websites, there's social media postings, there's branded content, there's Facebook ads. By the way, Facebook keeps changing the way their ads run, the search algorithms, the hashtags. We haven't even gotten to the accounting and the taxes, the budgeting, and making sure you're actually providing the goods and services that your business does, right? So what do? First, take a breath. It's okay. People have figured out ways to make this work. First, if you're in a position to, maybe even if you're not quite there, but almost there, hire somebody, even part-time. Maybe start with just a virtual assistant, somebody part-time to just take some of the admin stuff, the answering of the voicemails, the answering of the phone, the sorting through emails, maybe just answering the simple emails. Someone who can do that easy stuff, get it off your plate. And then, even if you think you can't, you really need to get some experts. So maybe a lawyer if you have legal stuff that you need written up, maybe accountants. I still think that you should have an understanding of your financials and know how to do them. But when it comes to tax time, you want to make sure they're done right and that you file everything that you've done correctly. So they're worth their investment. Accountants are worth their investment. I'm not just saying that because I was an accountant. Okay, so those three things, some of those things will give you some breathing space, right? Give you some more, free up some time to work on your business. And yeah, you're going to have some people. It could still be lonely. You know, there's still things to do. So what do? You still don't have a peer group. So first, how about building a peer group, a support team? Now, you don't have to refer them to them as a support team, and they're not going to be employees. They're not going to be your relatives. They're not going to be your friends. You make sure they're not related to you if possible. You want people who are business people. Maybe they work the same business as you, maybe they don't work the same business as you, but by getting business people, business owners, they've already got that business owner mindset to help you, right? And I know some people don't like to have competitors within their support group, but believe it or not, there can be competitors in your support group, and you can all thrive and support each other. I mean, how many people in your business do you actually need to be successful? You don't need everybody, right? Or put another way, how many customers can you effectively serve and still maintain the quality and integrity of your product or service? So for instance, I'm a massage therapist. I definitely have a certain capacity and a certain expertise in treating people, right? I have no problem. I'll refer to other therapists, maybe a massage therapist, an osteopath, a chiropractor, a physiotherapist. My intention is I refer people to help that patient get exactly what they need, and it isn't always going to be me, and that's okay. Okay, I got a little bit off track there. So what I'm trying to say is your competitor is not your enemy. You can help each other since you have similar experiences and you can share ideas. Then if you have people in your support group that are in different businesses, that's even better because there's a whole different perspective. So they're a business owner, but they've got a view from kind of outside the walls of your business, because massage people will all think about massage, but if you can get another view, that would be super. Plus, maybe you can get some cross referrals. You support them, they'll support you. Super duper. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, where is this magical group? Well, Google can help you there. Even Facebook can help you there. I've done Google searches. There's so many of them. Look for networking groups. There are tons of them out there. Some of them are super niched down. I once found one that was specifically for ethnic food restaurant owners in, one part of the city. Super specific, right? You can find general ones. Search a whole bunch of them. Pick a few of them. Do some digging. Find one that seems to resonate with what you do and what you want to do, and have it fit your schedule. Yeah, you do have time for this. Come on, this is important. Visit them. Talk to them. Find out who their members are. Talk to their members. And a lot of them are online now, so you don't even have to go anywhere. Just log in, see how it works. See it as you're interviewing them to see if you want them to help you. And networking groups are often set up similarly, where there's like a presentation part, someone in the group or they brought someone in to do a presentation on something in business, and then maybe there's a structured or unstructured part. And I mean, I talked about networking previously in one of my other sessions about how a networking group actually got me going and got my business, my massage business, really established. Plus, I met some amazing people. Then there's mastermind groups, which is another great way to get support. They're different, they're smaller, and you are all working to help each other solve specific problems. So it's not just a general networking, it's brainstorming, it's peer support, accountability. They meet regularly like a networking group, but you aren't there to do the meet and greet. You're there to actively, someone brings a problem to the table and you all kind of figure out what the best tactic and approach and what they should do. And they're really super. I mean, I totally recommend a mastermind if you can find those. Google will have them as well. You can search them out, check them out. Check out the reviews. If they're large, sometimes some of them have as a business, they're larger. Or check other business owners, they may know of some masterminds. But make sure that you mesh with that group. So if you find yourself in one that doesn't feel quite right, you don't really jive with the people, I don't know, the chemistry isn't there, they don't fire you up, then of course, move on to the next one. Just say thank you very much and move on. Then of course, there's always coaching, right? I talk to my coach all the time, and he has a great perspective. Sometimes when I can't get my head around it, he just boom, brings it into clarity. And another idea actually around coaching is group coaching. So it's kind of like mastermind, but there's a coach who's directing and facilitating. And there may or may not be a general mastermind with that, but adding the coach into the mix, whether when you have a coach, whether it's one-on-one or in a group, you definitely get accountability. So if you're someone who tends to drag their feet on things, the group coaching also gives you the group support and the power of the multiple minds, right? Plus you get a community to go to when you need extra ideas or extra help. You don't always want to go to your coach. So I have a mastermind and I go to those people and ask them questions and ideas. Lots of options, right? Don't worry. You do not have to do them all. Pick one that sounds like the right one right now and start. Because being a business owner, you don't want to feel like you're lonely. You don't want to feel like you're in it alone, because you're not. Make sure you have what you need in place so that you can find how to get to that vision of success for your business. One other thing, I am actually launching a brand new course. I called it something different last week. Now it's called the Money Confidence Collective. It's starting up in January. I'm accepting only 10 founding circle members, and it's going to be weekly plus a group coaching component to make sure everyone is successful and gets their maximum benefit out of the course. So we're going to have weekly teaching. I'm going to teach you how to set up and master the financial back end of your business so that it's running without you always being in it instead of it running you. And you get the added benefit of the community support. So if you are interested, I would love for you to join. I'm going to leave a link for you to send me a quick email. Just put in the topic of the email founder so that I know it's you. And you can be one of the first to know when I open the doors to the launch. It's going to be an amazing course, and I would love to see you there. As always, my friend, if you do need some more clarity, if you need help, if you just want to chat, send me a message. I would be happy to help with you. Yes, that's it. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, if you wanted to check out anything we talked about before, you can go back and check out those earlier episodes to make sure you don't miss any. Subscribe. Thank you for listening all the way to the end, by the way. I truly appreciate it. And if there is someone who you think can benefit, share, my friend. I'm all about, paying it forward. So if there's someone you think will find it helpful, please share it with them. Once again, I'm Heather. I'm a business coach. My company is Prosperity Flow Coaching. I will check in again with you next week. It'll be the last week of the year. Take care of yourself, please, and I will see you soon.